Briggs Stratton V-Twin, 24 horsepower engine won't start, cranks but won't start, new plugs, fresh gas, new gas and air filter, new fuel pump. I just primed the fuel filter, poured gas into the carb, it started fine and ran the gas out of the carb and quit. Still won't start normally. Now what?
Hi, did this set up for a while without being used? Is there any odor of gasoline to the oil, or does the oil look watery or thin? Can you tell me the model and type number of the engine itself? Thanks, Park.
Been using it every weekend, oil is fresh, no oil or gas leaking and no unusual smells. The engine numbers, model 445677, type 0827E1. Relist, other. I answered his question about engine model. And have not received another communication? I sent the engine model and type, but waited for another message. I am not dissatisfied with Park.
Sorry, I had to step away for a few minutes. First, pull the fuel line from the carburetor and put it into something to catch the gas. Then crank the engine over and verify that it's pulsing fuel. If it's not pulsing fuel, let me know. If it is pulsing fuel, when you turn the key to on, do you hear a single click from the carburetor? If so, you may just have a little dirt clogging up the main jet or in a circuit. If you do hear the click, remove the carburetor and the bowl from the carburetor and spray some carburetor cleaner through the fuel tube. You might be able to remove the float bowl without removing the carburetor from the intake, though I'm not sure that you can get to the screws on yours like that. The float bowl should be full of fuel when you remove it.
Hi, how can we continue this later? My wife just had an accident and I have to take her to the emergency room. Please reply quickly.
Hi, sure, just reply when you can and I'll reply next time I log in.
Thanks, later, Bill. Hi, this is Bill Forex. This is for Park. I don't know if you got my answer to your last recommendation, but I pulled the fuel line from the fuel pump to the carb and when I crank the engine it shoots gas out very well. The carb does click when the key is turned on. But since I am a little disabled, I don't think I am able to dismantle the engine and operate on the carburetor. So, I filled the carb with carb cleaner and let it sit overnight, then fed gas into the carb and ran it several times with cleaner through the input line. Still won't run on its own. What say you, Park?
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.